Right now, somewhere on Earth, a forgotten line of code is earning its author more in 5 minutes than most people make in a month. While he sleeps, a 5-year-old blog post is quietly drawing new clients while its writer races her kids up the backyard slide. A college dropout just hired 10 specialists with 1 email and multiplied her output tenfold before lunch. How? It isn't luck, genius, or a 20-hour grind fest. It is a hidden force called leverage, an invisible amplifier that turns carefully placed effort into outsized results. Once you grasp how it works, you will never look at time, effort, or success the same way again. Welcome to the Marble Sage, where masculinity is forged, not faked. No motivation, no fluff, just discipline, awareness, and the work it takes to become a man. In this video, we'll crack that code by blending 5 powerhouse ideas: essentialism, deep work, flow, grit, and the 4-hour workweek into one practical playbook. Silence the noise, square your shoulders, and lean in. The lever that moves your entire life starts right now. Leverage begins with subtraction, because power needs elbow room the way a swing needs a backswing. Picture trying to smash a concrete block with a sledgehammer inside a broom closet. Your arms scrape the walls. You cannot build force. Greg McKeown calls that cramped closet the undisciplined pursuit of more. It is what happens when you join every Slack channel, answer every ping, volunteer for every committee, and babysit every shiny side project that drifts across your screen. The remedy is ruthless selection. For the next 3 days, keep a brutally honest time diary in 15-minute blocks. Every scroll hole, every snack break, every meeting, every genuine sprint of focus. When the log is complete, highlight the blocks that truly propelled your life. Maybe drafting a client proposal, designing a prototype, or finishing a workout that sharpened your thinking. Cross out the rest. Each X is reclaimed leverage, a square foot of empty floor that lets you swing the hammer. Now choose one priority for the next 90 days, not 5. 1. Ask, if I completed only one project this quarter, which accomplishment would make everything else easier or irrelevant? That answer becomes your lever. The cleared calendar becomes your fulcrum. Every small no you speak this week is a down payment on a bigger yes next month. Expect resistance. People accustomed to instant access will bristle, smile, thank them, and say, I'm heads down on a critical deliverable. Let's revisit after the sprint. Each boundary is another inch of swing. By week's end, you will spot white space in your calendar for the first time in years. Guard it, because leverage cannot germinate in crowded soil. Essentialism is not negativity. It is disciplined positivity. You reject the trivial, so the vital can grow tall. Like a gardener who prunes 90% of buds, so the remaining flowers thrill the neighborhood. You prune meetings, emails, and second-rate goals, so your chosen mission can blossom. That cleared space is phase 1. Take a cleansing breath, because phase 2 dives deep. Space created, depth becomes possible. Cal Newport defines deep work as cognitively demanding activity performed in distraction-free concentration that creates new value and sharpens skill. Imagine the scattered time blocks in most calendars as shallow holes peppering a field. Each yields a muddy puddle of half-finished thought. Deep work is a disciplined drilling of one shaft until it taps an underground river of clarity. Modern life opposes depth. Notifications fire like cap guns, open offices buzz, browsers juggle 15 tabs. Your brain never descends below surface noise. Newport's antidote is ritual. Choose a single mission-critical objective. Reserve a fixed block, 90, 120, or 180 minutes, at the same time each workday. Begin with a single-sentence intention. Draft Chapter 2. Debug the pricing algorithm. Storyboard the online course. Shut door. Silence phone. Kill alerts. For 20 minutes, your mind rebels. At 40, it settles. Between 60 and 90 minutes, the clock disappears. 2 hours later, you surface holding polished material that used to steal a week. Track the ratio. A notebook suffices. 1 column deep work hours, 1 column tangible outputs, pages written, features shipped, clients converted. Watch hours fall while wins climb. When colleagues gasp at your speed, smile and show them an unbroken chain of silent mornings. Deep work is leverage because intensity multiplies time. 4 focused hours trump 10 distracted ones, but intensity can still feel heavy. Phase 3 lubricates the gears. Deep work hands you focus. Flow adds velocity. Psychologist Mihaly spent decades interviewing chess masters, rock climbers, musicians, and surgeons. Each describe the same electric state. Action and awareness merge. Inner chatter fades. Time bends. Effort feels like play. And results soar. Flow emerges when challenge edges just beyond skill. Goals are crystal clear. Feedback immediate. Distractions zero. And the stakes spark personal meaning. Flow feels effortless, but sustaining a high-leverage life for years demands grit. Angela Duckworth's blend of passion and perseverance toward a long-term calling. Talent opens a door. Grit keeps knocking until the lock yields. Duckworth's math is elegant. Skill equals talent times effort. Achievement equals skill times effort. Effort counts twice. Cultivate grit with a top-level goal so compelling setbacks shrink. Write it in one declarative sentence. Teach 1 million people to invest. Design the cleanest open-source AI model. Build a studio where underserved teens record albums. Beneath that mission, cascade 3-year targets, 12-month milestones, 4-week deliverables, and daily habits. The first 4 phases build a mighty engine. Tim Ferriss bolts on the gearbox so it runs while you sleep. His loop: define, eliminate, automate, liberate, converts leveraged output into lifestyle freedom. You have defined the essentials and eliminated clutter. Now, automate and delegate. Draft a list titled Repeatables. Any task touched more than twice each month qualifies. Calendar confirmations, invoice reminders, image resizing, weekly status summaries. Capture the process once, screen recording or bullet checklist, and save it as Standard Operating Procedure 001. Then decide, can code run it or can someone else? Code is cheaper forever. Zapier, Make, IFTTT, AI assistants route emails, update sheets, ping clients. Where warmth or nuance matters, hire a virtual assistant whose hourly rate is lower than yours. Invest reclaimed hours in deeper sprints, sharper skills, or restorative rest. Next, test a mini-retirement. Spend 1 working week in an inspiring, lower-cost locale. Lisbon, Chiang Mai, Oaxaca, or your grandmother's lakeside cabin. When revenue hums while you explore a new coastline, leverage steps from concept into visceral reality. You return unwilling to trade precious hours for tasks a computer or contractor handles better. Automation is not about laziness. It is about allocating human creativity where it shines and letting systems handle the sludge. With Phase 5 installed, the engine's pistons pump on autopilot. But one more insight ties the machine together. Align all 5 phases, and you feel a flywheel click. Essentialism clears runway. Deep work applies a precise thrust that starts rotation. Flow lifts you into a tailwind. Grit keeps engines roaring through turbulence. Automation bolts on an electric motor that spins even when you rest. Each loop compounds the next. The wheel turns lighter, faster, farther. Outsiders call it luck. You recognize physics. Leverage is circular, not linear. Every successful loop frees time and confidence for the next. Year after year, the result is exponential. What once required a week becomes a morning. What once cost a year becomes a quarter. That is the secret: the sleeping coder, the playful writer, and the email-powered entrepreneur exploit. Theory is potential energy. Choose one spark from this playbook. Cancel a hollow meeting. Barricade a 2-hour deep work vault. Engineer a flow trigger. Start a failure journal. Or record SOP 001. Schedule it before you sleep. Then teach the idea to one person. Teaching is meta leverage, multiplying understanding while elevating someone else. Remember, leverage isn't about pushing harder. It's about placing the fulcrum so each push moves mountains. Grab the lever, set your fulcrum, and begin. I'm the Marble Sage. Until the next deliberate strike, stay sharp.